But I want to know from Dub Nation, what is your real expectation? What is your realistic expectation for Andrew Wiggins? Mine is, how's the effort level?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
Where's the aggressiveness?
Okay.
If he's aggressive and he's going 5 of 15, sure, it's not the most efficient night, but just be aggressive on both ends of the floor. That's what I need from Andrew Wiggins. Right now, I'm not worried about the struggles. Guys are coming out of the blocks here. Guys are going to struggle trying to find their footing, trying to find their rhythm. Where is he at with the aggressiveness? Where is he at with the minutes? Where is he at when it comes to defending at a high level? That's what I want. But then as a team, you highlighted all these guys scoring in double figures and the bench and everything
they
like that.
feel very balanced after Curry.
How's the offense flowing? Well, I look at Cleveland on Sunday. It wasn't the best game. It was a bit clunky. They still had 317 passes as a team. Remember, the Warriors want to get up over 300 passes per game. That means the ball's hopping around. That means nobody's letting the ball stick in their hands. At times it does with Chris Paul, but that's to be expected with Chris Paul. How's the ball moving? Last year, they averaged 321 passes per game. They had 317 against Cleveland. They were down to 291 against Detroit. A lot more one-on-one at times against Detroit. But if the ball's hopping around, that means the offense is flowing. Are you getting good quality shots? For the most part, this offense is. Andrew Wiggins, where's he getting? Is he getting quality shots? At times he is. At times he's not. At times he's forcing it. So let me see the ball hop around. But let me get the agent real quick in San Jose, and then we'll get to Sean in Oakland. 888-957-9570. What is your realistic expectation for Andrew Wiggins? And are you concerned at all? I'm not concerned. Shash is not concerned. Maybe you are. I want to hear from you if you are. AJ to San Jose, what's happening?
Woo! What's going on, guys?
What's going on, Adrian?
My God. Oh, my God. Last night's game with the Sharks, as soon as I turned on the radio, you guys were playing Randy Hahn last night. I was at the game. I swear to God, I am super happy that they won. After losing by 20 goals, the last 2 games, I was super happy.
That's good. You and all 10,000 at the stadium last night.
Who's your favorite current Shark?
Well,
my favorite current Shark?
Yeah.
It's going to be Hurdle. Always going to be Hurdle.
That's good.
But I'm so happy that they won. It's going to be a long season, but Thursday comes Edmonton, and it's going to be the first of the tank bowls. But I hope we can win against Edmonton because it's going to be proving we're going to be a good team. But as soon as Anthony Declair opened up that scoring.
Anthony Declair. Hey, Anthony Declair, my new favorite Shark, 2 stars yesterday. That may be our first San Jose Shark call in the history of the Morning Roast. Have we ever taken a call on the Sharks?
That guy's name is what? Anthony?
Adrian.
What? No.
Oh, Anthony Declair.
Anthony Declair. Because as you were saying, I thought you were going to go Andrew Declerc.
No. Who ruled DeCourt from Florida, number 55?
Was a Warrior.
Yeah, I know. That's on the Chronicle when he got drafted by the Golden State Warriors. Right on the bottom of the Sporty Green, on the front page, it said, DeClerc rules DeCourt. Warriors select Anthony Declair.
Narrator did not finish that way.
No, it did not. Anthony Declair. He was fighting, too, at the end of the game. Had a goal, had an assist, missed a breakaway goal. At the end of the game, hit it off the post, ran out of real estate. But you know what? Sharkies win. Go Sharks.
Yeah, see, my favorite Shark currently is Clark the Shark.
Oh, yeah. Where's he been? Where's he been in South Carolina?
I knew every time that guy gets brought up, Bonte gets happy.
I do love Clark the Shark. Clark the Shark's my guy. Remember he said when he first called it, he goes, I never call sports talk radio shows until you guys. Something about you guys made me want to call.
I know.
So look at this. And then Chris M., he said the same thing. My favorite Shark is Clark.
Is that
Sean
on
in
YouTube?
Oakland. That's on YouTube.
Nice.
Sean in Oakland, what's happening? You're on the roast.
Hey, good morning, guys. How y'all doing?
Good. By the way, real quick, Sean, Dada, this is pretty funny. My favorite Shark is Baby Shark, Baby Shark.
Well, mine is
Baby Shark. All right, Sean. Hey, Sean, you know what I'm talking about, Sean. Daddy Shark.
God,
you did a big shark.
kids.
Oh, my God.
Out of that shark crap. Come on, man.
Go ahead, Shark. I mean,
Sharknado.
Yeah, come on, Shark. Come on. No, it's all good. Oh, man, I'm not really panicking about Wiggins. He's going to get his game. Probably, I'll say about a few games in the season and stuff. It's going to happen. There's no way somebody can just be in this little slump for so long. I mean, it's professional sports. It happens to everybody. Somebody just hitting a little block right now, especially all the stuff that he dealt with last year. So I don't have no really concern about him right now. Now, if he go within later in the season and it's still going like this, then maybe that's a little bit of concern. But right now, everybody just needs to just panic. Everybody just needs to just calm down and relax.
Yeah.
Right now, it's just like the Warriors is just flowing right now. It's like everybody's contributing. Everybody's being part of the team. It doesn't seem like somebody trying to put a circle peg into a square hole. It doesn't feel all uncomfortable like it did last year. So I'm liking how everything is flowing right now. Wiggins don't get his game back. Everybody just calm down and relax.
Yeah. Hey, good call, Sean. I'm kind of with Sean. I'm with Sean. And if he doesn't get his game right, then we'll have a different conversation. But right now, that conversation is not appropriate. And I still think Wiggins is one of the more important Warriors on this basketball team. He is. If he's not defending at the level he was a couple seasons ago, and if he's not scoring at the level he was, and just his activity, and he's not aggressive, then yeah, we need to have a different conversation. And I'm not saying move him to the – I want him to start, no matter what. I like the role because a lot of people are ready to just start Kuminga. Oh, you got to start him. It's tough playing with Stephen Curry, number one.
Yeah.
You never know where he's going to move.
Yeah.
You never know where Klay Thompson's going to move. So I don't want to put Kuminga in that spotlight and that pressure to, oh, boy, I'm playing with the Splash Brothers, Draymond Green, and Looney. That could be a bit intimidating. And if you blow a defensive assignment, now you got Day all over you. Let Wiggins start. But if he doesn't have it, you can always yank him early in the basketball game and sub in CP3. I want Kuminga in this role that he's in now, averaging double figures. He's playing 20 minutes a night, coming off the bench. If he needs to finish, let him finish. But right now, I love Kuminga in this role, and I want to keep Andrew Wiggins in this starting lineup.
Well, and I feel like the paint is open for him to attack because Saric is a stretch five, essentially.
Exactly.
And so I really like those two together, and I feel like when Chris Paul and Saric, that gives you two willing passers who can space the floor to give Kuminga freedom of movement in the middle of the key, and it's not as congested. I don't love him with Looney.
I don't
love him with Looney. Forget Dre. I just don't love him with Looney.
I don't like him with Looney in the two big lineup.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, if Looney's out there solo as a one big, I like Kuminga at the four. That works. I thought it worked at times last year. I don't have the raw data in front of me, but it just looked better because it's one big in a lineup. But there's two bigs, and you got Draymond and Looney occupying space that Kuminga likes to roam in. I don't like that. But if it's just one of those guys out there, Draymond or Looney, I think Kuminga can roam around. Let Kuminga come off the bench. He's fine with Chris Paul. Chris Paul gets the most out of him. But Wiggins, how do you jumpstart Andrew Wiggins? And I don't think a lot of people are concerned. I honestly, I believe Dub Nation's like, look, Wiggins will get it going. And if he doesn't through 15 games, then we have a different conversation. But right now, I think it's way too early to freak out, especially when you're 6-2.
I would like him, as young Guido's texted in, I would like him to outplay Michael Porter Jr. tonight. Like, that to me is a matchup that he can win. And I would like to see him expose Michael Porter Jr. a little bit offensively, but just on the hustle plays, right? Rebounding, loose balls, deflections, things like that. I'd like to see Wiggins, take a big step forward. And I want to see Kuminga against this team. I want to see the Warriors play a 48-minute basketball game against one of the best teams in the league, regardless of whether Jamal Murray's out there. And I want to see them execute. I would like a tight game down the stretch because I think all of those tight games down the stretch, working the different lineup combinations, it's good for Steve Kerr. It's good for the roster to play in a variety of ways, playing, subbing offense for defense. They've done that a lot down the stretch here. I think it's good. I want all of these checked, these are checklist type of games.
Well, they've had a lot of tight games.
OKC.
Start the season. Sacramento.
Yeah, I think Detroit was a pretty close game recently.
Detroit. OKC. Sacramento.
The game.
Houston.
Yeah.
Houston was in the balance. It was in the balance in the fourth quarter. That Steph Curry scored 14 in the final frame. By the way, did you see Dylan Brooks? He said he's looking forward to locking up LeBron James tonight. The Rockets, who just swept Sacramento. Anybody check in on Sacramento, by the way? They doing all right up there?
I've had enough.
They need Fox back in the worst way. But even opening night against Phoenix, it was a tight game in that fourth quarter. So I think they are getting those bullets on the wall. It's all about getting Andrew Wiggins going here, but also the positives. Positives are Steph Curry. All right? He's playing at the highest of highest levels. Western Conference Player of the Week. Draymond Green. Are we concerned about Draymond Green? Draymond Green's playing at an unbelievable level right now. Both sides of the floor. He's being aggressive offensively. It's been aggressive defensively. That's a great sign. Another great sign. Gary Payton II. Looks healthy, right?
He looks incredible. Right now, he's been the most positive uptick X factor on this team.
Unbelievable play from him.
I don't think they have a 6-2 record without him.
I'm with you.
He's had a lot of winning plays in the fourth quarter.
I'm with you there. As this last segment was sponsored by, or this segment, I should say, sponsored by Golden State Lumber, serving the Bay Area for 3 generations. When you succeed, we succeed. Visit GoldenStateLumber.com. This is a Warriors Wednesday brought to you by Freeman's Appliance, a trusted name since 1922. Visit freemansappliance.com today and shout out to the Comcast Business Text Line. We will get to the 49ers. I think we could do that during this next block here, talk some Niner football. You're listening to 95.7 The Game, KGMZ, FM, and HD1 San Francisco, always live on the free Odyssey app. Download the Odyssey app and favorite 95.7 The Game for the best and most up-to-date sports coverage. And don't forget that you can also watch us every single day on our YouTube and Twitch stream, sponsored by our very good friends at First NorCal Credit Union. Just log on and search 95.7 The Game and be sure to like and subscribe to the channel while you're there. Smash the like button, smash the like button, smash the like button.
Let's get to 200 likes today on the live stream.
But if you want to dislike us, I'm not mad at that.
Well, Bonte, I want to put a bow on the Shark Talk before we move on to the 49ers. I'm really excited to talk about the Niners. Xfinity, our good friends at Xfinity. Every year, Discovery Channel, they like to have Shark Week, and everybody gets fired up for Shark Week. Well, Xfinity put out a list, the 9 most famous sharks in pop culture history. I'll go down 9 through 1. Jabberjaw, it's probably a little old for us, you and me. Sharknado, SNL's Land Sharks, Finding Nemo's Bruce.
Okay.
We all know the shark there. 5, coming in at 5 is Baby Shark, which you referenced earlier.
Baby Shark.
The Megs, the Megalodon, coming in at number 4.
Number 4.
Number 3.
Number 3.
The Shark Tank Sharks. I don't know what that is. Number 2, Jaws.
That's Mark Cuban and all those Shark Tank shows.
Oh, is that what they? Okay. Okay. I thought it might have been a reference to something else. And then number 1. Can you name the number 1 shark in pop culture entertainment?
S.J. Sharkey. Jaws.
Number 1 shark. Is it
Jaws? Is 2.
Number 1 shark. Clark the Shark, South Carolina.
He's off the table.
He's not on the list. Not even honorable
and it's not
mention.
Jumbo Joe.
Not Jimbo Joe. Patrick Marlowe.
No. It's
Owen Nolan?
Fonzie's shark. Jumping the shark? When Fonzie jumped the shark. You don't know about Happy Days?
No, I know
You
about
gotta
Happy
Google
Days. No, I'm just surprised that Fonzie and Happy Days is number 1 shark.
That's kind of a deep cut right there for a number 1 shark.
That's the number 1 pop culture reference.
Shark
I'm not sure I agree with that. I loved Happy Days. I love watching the reruns. What's my guy who became a producer?
Happy Days.
Howard, what's his name?
Ron Howard?
Ron Howard, yeah. Famous producer. There you go.
Yeah.
You guys look confused. You guys don't know
They
about
don't know
Happy
who
Days?
I
Ron
don't really
Howard
watch
is.
Happy Days. I think that makes sense, though, because the
You don't
phrase
know
jumping
Ron
the shark
Howard?
is used a lot every day. So I guess in that sense, but that
was the
seems
moment
weird,
that the show lost the audience is when Fonzie jumped the shark, and that's where the whole term comes from.
Got it.
Back to the Niners.
Back to the Warriors or back to the Niners. Also, one thing too, and I want to highlight Klay Thompson in the contract year. That hasn't hovered over this team whatsoever. I think Klay Thompson's approach to this season, I always love his approach. I think Klay Thompson's playing some really good basketball. And, we got so critical of him after that Lakers series and after that playoff run. You got to give the Kings and the Lakers credit. They forced the Warriors into playing a brand of basketball that they're not accustomed to playing. And they forced Klay Thompson to put the ball on the floor, which is not his strength. Now you see Klay Thompson this season, the 1-2 dribble pull-up. He's declining threes for long twos, which is just fine. Twos are just fine. The mid-range jumper is automatic right now, and his minutes are down. He's got the second most minutes played during a game this year.
I didn't know that.
Steph Curry's at 31.8. Klay's at like 31. Klay Thompson's playing some really good basketball right now, and he's not hoisting up a lot of shots.
No.
When you look at the shot discernment, there's games where Kuminga's tied for a team high with shot attempts.
But they're good shots, to your point, about the discernment.
Shots.
Like, to me, that they're all rhythmic in flow. I also think he's been, on the unlucky side of some plays that he's made for others that have been called back for travels, charges. Guys have mishandled it. He's actually put the ball on the floor. In better. He's been a better playmaker than the numbers would suggest.
Yeah, the assist numbers aren't up, but he is making the extra pass.
He's made some really good plays.
Yep, he's made some really good plays.
And I just feel like he's playing within the flow. You could tell he's very confident, and he knows. I think this is also the Chris Paul effect. If I make a pass, I'm going to get it back. When you like again, I hate bringing it all back to JP, but there's certain guys that you play with. You throw it to him, and you're like, yeah, I might not see it again.
Kelly Oubre Jr.
You know, Kelly Oubre Jr., great example. Eric Paschal. I used to call him the square button because all he would do is shoot. I go, Eric has never passed the ball once in his life.
Where's he at now? Boy, where is he?
Remember when people thought he was a building block of the future?
Yeah, didn't really play.
But like there are certain guys that you throw it to and you're like, I'm never going to see it again. And so you're just less likely to throw them the ball. And then there's also times where I think we need to acknowledge this. You get out on the court, it's like, well, who else do you want to shoot?
Yeah.
Right? And so what ends up happening is guys who are good shooters or good players, you know, get into the bad habit of like feeling that they have to force it. They have to score to define their worth on the floor or to carry the team. I just feel like there were a lot of bad habits that were outside of his control and some that were within his control.
No doubt.
This year, everything seems to be falling in place for Clay.